In today's episode, you're going to get to see an amazing 2018 Dodge Demon. Hello everybody, welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then welcome back. As always, thank you so much for the comments that you leave for me, for the thumbs up, for you subscribing, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming up. Today, you're going to meet a gentleman. His name is Mike. You've met him before. I'll put some links into some of his other cars. He took me out for a drive in his 2018 Dodge Demon. I don't know what to say. I've never been in quite a car like this. I was actually speechless for a while. This is a factory-built drag car. It has 840 horsepower. Like 840, like come on. It is an incredible vehicle. When this car accelerates, you feel it. Like this has got power. It's the first production car of its kind to lift up the front end as it moves forward. Think about that for a second. Isn't that extraordinary? So anyway, without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 2018 Dodge Demon. Tell me about this Demon.
This is a 2018 one-year only Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. This was a factory purposely built drag car. Dodge wanted to make a statement. 840 horsepower, quarter mile
I still
monster.
have trouble with this number. 840.
9-second quarter mile from factory. It made the Guinness Book of World Records as the first production line, production car and production trim to lift the front tires. First production car with a trans brake. Again, built off the Challenger platform. Has all kinds of other neat features. When it's put into drag mode, it diverts the air conditioning into the intake, so it takes cool air.
Gives it that little extra power?
Absolutely, the more denser air into the supercharger. Yeah, just a real special vehicle. 300 delivered to Canada, 3,000 to the US, so only 3,300. And again, a one-year, one and done kind of run.
So how many models did you say they're made of this particular car?
Of the Challenger?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't even, there's at least 7 or 8 different Challengers. But, you know, people know about the Hellcats.
Yes, that's a common one.
Yeah, that would be the Hellcat. And the Hellcat, after the Demon was made, then became offered in the wide body kit. So first the Demon came along, and then after the Demon, they offered the Hellcat with the wide body. Still a crazy fast car. It's 707 horsepower.
So what's the 0 to 60 in something like this?
The 0 to 60, the official 0 to 60 on this car is 2.3 seconds.
Good Lord.
And again, that's on a prepped track.
That's faster than most motorcycles even.
A very fast car. In regular fuel, which is in the car right now, the computer dials the car to 808 horsepower. It has little cues. If you notice in this air intake, there's a little Demon.
Oh, that's an air intake.
Yeah, that's an air intake in there.
Right.
There's a little deal there, as well as the hood scoop. There's other little cues. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Well, that is the cleverest little thing.
Oh, they got a few of these little Easter eggs on this car.
Huh.
There, right here, you could see the car burning out.
All right. I love when manufacturers do that, right?
And then on the supercharger,
My God.
they have a Demon.
Isn't that cool? My Lord, Mike. Look at the size of everything here.
And it's not just about the power, the drive shaft, every component of this car was overbuilt and overdesigned because, again, they knew they were going to be built for going to a drag strip, you know, sticky track, and had to run and survive.
So the tires and everything are the stock tires that this car came with?
Absolutely. This car is untouched. It only has 1,800 kilometers. It's barely broken in. Wow. This is as it came from the factory.
And where was this actual car made?
These cars, and I'm proud to say, every Demon and Challenger is made in Brampton, Ontario, Canada.
That is so amazing.
They came down our production line.
That is so amazing. I met a lady, she had a Mercury, I forget what year it was, 50 something I think. It was actually made in Oakville. And it's so cool to see truly Canadian built cars. So, wow, I love these little elements that they've got everywhere. This is quite the beast though, isn't it?
Very big vehicle. Yeah, it's very special.
And with this kind of power, these brakes seem a little bit on the small side.
Again,
it's enough to stop it?
Again, it's a quarter-mile car, so the brakes only are needed at the very end. But yeah, so. the brakes are excellent.
Wow. How much space is there in the trunk?
This trunk has some good space. Everything about the car is big. As I showed you the Demon box earlier.
Right, which fits comfortably inside of this.
Fits comfortably in this car.
Even the key fob is color matched?
No, with the key fob you get 3 keys.
Okay.
2 red ones that unleash the full power, and a
even
black.
That says Demon on it?
And even that says Demon.
Isn't that cool?
And a black one that has a reduced power.
Well, what's the difference? What do you mean, reduced power versus?
If I gave you the black key chain to fob to use my car, when you start it up, it will only produce, I don't remember the number right now,
like
maybe 400 horsepower.
Valet parking version?
Kind of like a valet parking version. It would limit the power.
Wow. They've thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your family vehicle. This is where you take the kids.
This is, my kids go to school when it's not snowing, every day in this vehicle. And yeah, if the family wants to, you know, experience a car cruise or a car meet, and I want to bring more than just one son, this is the vehicle that we take.
You didn't bring this to the Malta event, did you?
Not this year,
okay.
pre-COVID, in 2018.
Okay.
Probably the year I got it, maybe 2019 as well.
This all looks really racetrack-ish, doesn't it? Everything you see here.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the interior as well. Again, very simplistic.
Yeah, very similar to most Challengers. You have the Demon embossed on the seat. But other than that, very, very similar to like a Hellcat type of interior.
Hey, and it's got cup holders too. I forgot to ask you, does the Lamborghini have cup holders? I didn't notice it.
I'm going to have to say no. I don't think so.
Like
I think they have their express. I think in Italy they have their espresso before they get in the car.
Before you get in the car, you don't want to get the car dirty.
Yeah, but no, there's no cup holders.
But you can tell it's an American car because of the cup holders.
Oh, it's extremely comfortable. I mean, again, it's built off the Challenger. You can buy this car in a V6. They have a 4-wheel drive version. There's at least 8 or 9 versions of the Challenger built off this platform.
Really?
So yeah, all those types of thoughts are already
all those
embedded.
Versions are in made in Brampton.
Yes.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
Have you ever been fortunate enough to go and see them actually make the car, like during the manufacturing process at the...
I have not personally.
That would be kind of an interesting thing, wouldn't it? Just actually see it
come off the line
together. This is something else, though. Now, since you do have her out, Mike, it's a shame just to put it back in. Don't you think we should just go around the block just to kind of air it out a little bit?
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Get rid of some of there's not much dust on it. I can't even use that as an excuse. So, look at the size of the scoop as well. Gorgeous machine. I can't get over that though. The air intake's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the scoop in those takes in a lot of air.
So do me a favor, before I hop in, turn it on and put the lights on. Because I could have sworn they were just lights until you...
They do light up. You are correct. They light up around.
Wow. You know what's interesting? It's actually backlit, so you can see the Demon from there. That's amazing. Oh, way different seat.
Oh,
look at all this.
Well, this is again, it's this is where you can set up all the different modes. See, it knows that the red key is in with the higher power. You can choose an eco mode, and it'll be very fuel efficient. I hit eco. The power reduces significantly. You can take that off, and you could custom. Well, you could go to drag mode, which basically puts everything into performance. The transmission will shift harder. The suspension is way less comfortable. Or you could go to custom, and in custom mode you could set your little toggles, how you want the power, transmission, paddle, etc.
And this option is only in the Demon version of this?
At the time it was only the Demon. Something similar exists on the new Hellcats, the Red Eyes, even the TRX truck has something very similar. You know, not with the word drag.
Yes.
They won't have the exact drag. When you hit drag mode, it's also, it's right here. All AC is diverted to enhance the intercool performance. So these things exist, just in a kind of different configurations on their different vehicles.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you got performance pages that you can go to on here. You know, it has to load. You got to give it a minute to load.
While it's doing that, let me pop on my seatbelt. It's such a tight car, though. It feels good. Feels comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, this thing you could drive.
And it's a good family car. I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's big. There's a lot of room back there.
Space there.
Absolutely.
So you get a little car seat in there. The family's happy. Mike's a little extra happy because he gets to drive the.
Yeah, and then these are the performance pages. You know, this will measure the you know, the engine, you know, Newton meters, because I have it set to metric right now. But you come into home, it shows power, boost pressure, oil pressure. You know, different people want different things, right? This is good. This is if you're at a track and you want to know your 0 to 100, which is your zero.
Self times you.
Which is your 0 to 60. So it's ready. If we were to launch it, it would go. So this is the last time it was used, and then you got your best time. So the best is a 3.7 seconds, 0 to 60 on the street. That's just me, you know, booting around on the streets.
Well, got to take the dust off.
Yeah. And then, you know, there's different, you know, gauges that you could look at, or if you want to measure your G-forces, this will be a little G-force. Yeah, little things to dyno, it'll show you the horsepower graph as you're driving. Again, things that are used at a track to tune your car in, but, you know, in practical applications, maybe just, you know, the gauges are good to look at.
Oh, but it's so, you still want to sort of scroll through the other little features.
Yeah.
Can we turn this? Yeah. Awesome. All right, we should move, right?
Yeah, let's do it. It's a bit of a boat, so we're gonna have to make a. Hey, good news! We got a camera on this one.
all the bells and whistles.
It's a modern car.
And Bluetooth, this, that, and everything else, right?
Okay, so we lost our page somehow when we went to reverse. Would you like the windows down?
Yeah, I think so, because she's very quiet with the windows open.
Oh, it's a very quiet car. You know, I told you it's very drivable. You can use it every day. It's not like in the 80s and 70s where to create a lot of horsepower, you have a car that's, you know, very hairy and hard to drive because it just wants to go. I mean, you could drive it as soft or as hard as you would like.
Yes, it could be just your family vehicle. Yes,
it's and it's comfortable.
Yeah,
it's a great car that way.
Now this is just the rear-wheel drive option on this one.
Absolutely.
Because the front end lifts up.
Just rear-wheel drive.
Okay.
And because they're the tires, as you saw, they're a DOT street slick, so they're just legal. They're a sticky tire, so it picks up a lot of rocks and whatnot from the ground.
Okay.
So you'll hear a lot of that tinging in the wheel wells as we go over gravel.
It's kind of nice actually when
Yeah.
you hear that sound.
The other thing that's very distinctive that you'll hear shortly is the supercharger whine.
Yes.
All the Dodge Performance superchargers have that same unique whine. I'm absolutely in love with it.
Yeah.
It's just a little louder on the Demon because it is their biggest supercharger that they offer.
Ooh, symphony, as you said, Mike.
Yeah,
It does sound good.
it does. The supercharger is just an incredible sound.
But this really is a beast in sheep's clothing. When you look at it, you think, oh, it's just another Camaro kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, it is something else.
A very powerful car. I mean, because of the tires, as I was saying, those DOTs, it does have a rev limit. It has a speed limiter on it
Okay.
because of the tires, because they're not ZR rated tires.
Yeah.
So unlike a Hellcat, this will not have the same top speed because the vehicle is limited. It's strictly made for the
So
quarter
it wouldn't
mile.
be good on a wet surface or
No.
anything like that. It's good when it's nice and dry like
Yeah.
this. We picked a good day, that's for sure.
Yes, absolutely, and a little cooler. We broke out of this heat.
And great visibility all around, isn't it? Like everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Very drivable car.
Yeah, this is your typical American, take a normal,
Yeah.
sportier car and drop an absolutely insane engine into it
Right.
and see what happens. So let's get a little feel
Shall
for
we see it?
do.
Okay. Hello everybody, forgive me for a moment. I do have to pause the video here. The reason being, when Mike accelerated this beast of a car, I was truly shocked as to how fast this machine really goes. So, without further ado, I will hop back into the video, but Mike, forgive me if I left a little stain on the passenger seat of your car. I'm only kidding, of course. Enjoy.
See what happens. So let's get a little feel
Shall
for
we
what
see
we're
it?
doing.
Okay. Good Lord, Mike.
It's crazy.
You weren't kidding.
When
Wow.
it wakes up, it wakes up.
You can definitely picture this on a drag racer, can you? Like this? Man, that's something else.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
open it up, she goes. A lot of power. And, and thank God for, traction control, because
Right.
without that, it would be too much horsepower to handle.
But I can see what you mean now, that it could actually lift the front end up. Yes, it's conceivable. This car could do
Oh
it.
yeah. It's many pictures and videos. It's official. It's in the Guinness book. It isn't just a Dodge rumor.
Right.
And you got to understand, at the drag strips, the tracks are prepped.
Yes.
Everything's perfect conditions.
Yep.
But yeah, extremely fast car. Plus, I don't know all the details, but the suspension is set up such a way that when it does do a launch, it eases up the front, so the vehicle comes up and loosens the back, so it plants. So there's a lot of technology that I can't do a good job of talking to that this car has. It pins you right back.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
It's
she's a scary
something
car.
else. Yeah.
And that is why you have a black key to give to your sons.
Right. Yes. Makes perfect sense. Or the valet.
The valet.
Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. Man, has it got a lot of power.
Yeah, she's a fast car. So right now what you're feeling is 808 horsepower.
Okay.
The 840, you have to put the ECU from the Demon box.
Yes.
And then you have to put race fuel. If you don't have race fuel, even with the ECU, the sensor knows the octane in the fuel and will not open it up.
So what is race fuel then? So you just use regular, it's an additive that you would add?
No, it's not additive. It's an actual higher octane fuel.
Okay, only at the racetracks would you?
Racetracks or VP Fuels offers it, but you put it in yourself.
Okay.
But you know, nothing that you can get from pump gas.
Got it.
And an additive will not activate it. I was actually lucky enough, every Demon owner was given the opportunity at free of charge, part of your purchase, to go to Scottsdale, Arizona, to the Bondurant Dodge Racing School.
Yes.
And you're able to use one of their Demons, they had 4 or 5, and on an actual prep track, race and you know,
so really
see what they can do.
Yes.
You know, because again, it has a launch control, which is pretty typical, but unique to the Demon is the trans brake, where you're able to get on the gas, hold the car where it needs to be on a trans brake, and launch it, which is optimal for getting those 0 to 60 times.
That button there is what you're referring to, the launch button there?
No.
So what is that launch?
That launch button is when you set up your launch control, which holds the car and you can rev it, but the trans brake's a little more complicated. It's got to go into a certain mode, and you hold both of these paddles back, and that engages a tranny brake, which is a different way to hold your car back before it's released. So a lot of little neat features. So I don't do that on mine.
Yes, but they're not really paddle shifters or anything like that.
Oh,
or do they act like it?
It does have a paddle shift.
Okay.
It does have a paddle shift because it's an automatic. It's not a dual clutch like the cars, but it is paddle shift where you can put it in manual and go up and down on your gears.
Got it. She's an absolute beauty, Mike.
Thank you. She's a monster. Okay, I don't really know where we are, so I'll just turn it around.
Well, you're actually lost. There's a first.
I've been too busy talking.
That's okay. See, isn't this better than being stuck in a meeting, Mike?
Yes, absolutely.
We should do this more often.
And you know, again, super comfortable. You could drive this car across the country.
It is. Everything
no
about
problem.
This, yeah.
And you know, it's not like you just touch the throttle and you're sideways. It's very forgiving.
Yes.
That's what I was most impressed of. I thought I was going to
your
get into it.
grandmother could drive this
Absolutely.
car, right? It's comfortable. It's easy to drive. It's got a reverse camera.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Has the Bluetooth.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it has everything. It has all the bells and whistles. Heated air-conditioned seats.
Okay.
Everything. Heated wheel. Cruise control.
It's really interesting, but the size of your dash is enormous too, right?
It's a very big car.
We're getting some great views of the countryside, though, aren't we?
Absolutely. Yeah, we went very scenic on this car.
We did.
On this drive.
From up here, like from the highest points in this area, can you actually see Toronto downtown?
Absolutely. Yeah. From my master bedroom, I could see the CN Tower on a clear day.
Really amazing.
You know, it's probably about 1 inch to 2 inches tall.
Yeah, but it's visible.
You absolutely can see it. I guess you noticed that driving in. You're going up a lot of hills.
It's an incline, yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't grow up in this part, did you?
No, I was born in Toronto, moved to Mississauga when I was 3, grew up in Mississauga, and we've been here for 6 years now.
Okay.
We can just be quiet and enjoy ourselves. Oh, we even have Demon glasses.
Oh, wow.
The logo's on here. There it is.
Did you have to pay an extra $1 for those as well?
I had to buy these separately. There's the logo in the corner.
Oh, yeah, I just see it there. How cool is that?
I guess I should have had them on for the drive, right?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what, I actually like the fact that they have those pillars stuck in the middle of the road, because it's so tempting to go faster. And it's a little reminder, look, there could be kids playing, there could be, you know, be careful.
Yeah.
50 is the limit.
What's nice about them is they usually have three, is your eye thinks the road's narrower and you might hit your window, so you're inclined to just slow down.
Yes.
You know?
That's a good point.
Yeah, they pop up and down every now and then around here. I don't know if that's a direct signal to me.
They only put them in after you moved in the neighborhood, Mike.
After today, they're going to be putting in a few more.
You know what? I've never been in this neck of the woods. It's really pretty here.
Yeah, down there in Glen Williams is all what's known as like art shops, glass bowling, glass blowing, and
Yeah.
all different little artsy shops and different things like that.
I can see my little MG parked outside one of those little shops.
Oh, beautiful drive up here.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
If
I'm
she was
surprised.
a little bit more reliable, I would have. It's just, it still needs a bit of work. I'm not happy with it yet, and it's like, I'd hate to break down somewhere.
You must be part of like a British sports car club?
I was a part of the MG club.
The MG club.
Right, when I first joined. But truthfully, many of those people were retired when I bought my car.
Yeah.
And they used to have these gatherings, and I kind of think, well, I didn't quite have the time. I didn't have the time to go on these long journeys and everything else. So I opted out of that. I kept my membership, I think, for about 3 or 4 years, and I thought, not really getting what I thought out of it, but the members are still amazing. Like, they really look after all the MG owners and British car owners, and if there's any question you ever have, they're always there, really supportive.
And I had a very similar experience with you, whether it was the Corvette Club or the Viper Club, that great people, but
Yes.
at retirement time, the perfect thing to join.
It is,
Because
for
very
sure.
social,
Yeah, lots of activities, lots of long drives and things like that. And
good people.
yeah,
You know, I think
caring people.
yeah, car people are usually the best
You
people.
know, but that's exactly the point I wanted to make, Mike, and you said it beautifully. Like, when I got into doing these videos, I realized soon that everybody I talk to that is passionate about their car is really a nice person. Like, if they care about their car enough, they care about their fellow human being. And it's so nice to see that in people that actually care. And I've noticed that a lot. Everybody I've met has been so humble and polite. They obviously love their cars, but they, just like you, they're willing to spend the time just to kind of show their love for their cars.
Well said. Yeah, car people are fantastic people. Especially when you're at a car event, even better.
Definitely. You see so many amazing people. And the thing is, and I love going to these meets, even the Malta event last time, and I give out my cards to a lot of people, and I'm hoping that I can encourage them to show off their cars on YouTube.
I think you're doing a great thing.
I'm trying my best.
What got you into wanting to do this?
You know what? It's funny you say that. I bought my MG. It's coming on, what, 10 years? And when I got it, it was like, I had good friends that said, you should do a YouTube video. And I said, no one's going to watch me. Like who's going to want to see an old guy talking about cars? But so I did my first video, and I got 10,000 views out of it.
Wow.
And that surprised me. I thought, whoa, people are actually interested. Obviously not in me, but what I had to say about the car. And I thought, maybe I should do more. And then, as I said, I did the first one, then the second, and the third about the MG, and then I ran out of things to talk about. So then I started talking to other people. And my first car I did other than mine was my neighbor's Chevy Bel Air. It was a 57 Chevy.
Oh, wow.
Yes, just like the
Very
one your
similar.
dad has. Yeah.
Yeah, the difference is the outside's very similar. I like the 57 with the higher wing in the back.
Yeah.
And But they completely changed the dash in 57.
Okay.
It doesn't have your typical Bel Air half circle.
I'm looking forward to seeing your dad's car.
Very, very.
You're going to talk him into it.
Yeah.
Does the light
No,
go
he's
on?
not.
Oh,
He,
oh, the light doesn't pop on. He just
it
kinda hit
used to. It used to.
The battery's gone.
Yeah.
Really?
But this is like of all the fancy devices, this is the best. As soon as you touch it, you know you're there.
I have a tennis ball hanging on mine.
Tennis ball's good too.
Yeah, when it
but
touches the
it's set
glass.
to only one car.
Oh, for sure.
If I swap the cars around,
Then you're in trouble.
you hit that,
Yeah.
you know you're there. I just watch your head when you get out because of the lift.
Yes, it's happened before, hasn't it?
It's happened to me. It continues to happen. That's the sad part.
Yes, you're right. I see what you're saying.
That's the sad part.
I did that gracefully. There we go. Mike, that was amazing.
I had a good time. That was great.
That was amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed.